Greetings, brothers, and welcome to another video. And today, we're going to be talking about... And this is not a full-fledged video about Majorkill. I mean, it's way too easy to make a video about him. But then again, is anyone would be surprised if I even did one on him anyways? But regardless, I wanted to make a video, but specifically him talking about AI. So a little bit also the summary of this video, because I've watched it, wrote some notes and shit. And altogether we'll be like going down the rabbit hole and just picking some holes from that video. But essentially, there are some contradictions that he's doing, but it's essentially of, you know, regardless. And before we get into that, psst, ad time.
Come back here, you little fuck! You will watch this ad, and you're gonna fucking like it!
Welcome, brothers. If you want to support me, here are my platforms so your name will be in the Hall of Fame. Or you can join my social platforms like my Discord, where I'm highly active. And finally, if you haven't done so, please consider leaving a like and subscribe. Or if you hate me, leave a comment and a dislike. I know you skip this ad and you will get shot.
Heretic.
And let's get back to the video.
So anyways, so what I'm going to essentially do, I'm going to grab the main parts, the juicy parts of the video, and then I'll do like a response, and then we do that back and forth. It's very similar to the Bricky video that I did. It's not too bad. So I'm going to do the same, but in this video. And also, if you ever like miss anything, or you think you didn't get the full context by any chance, somehow, I will just put a link in the description. Look it for yourself, be my guest. But no further ado, let us begin.
G'day.
Goodbye. Anyways, if you want to start a business on a budget...
Firstly, I wanted to check in on various...
Did you just fuck up the editing? Mr. 692k subs, and he fucked up on the simple thing of editing? Now then again, I'm assuming he edits this. If he did, then it's bad, and if it's your editor, then you picked poorly.
The narrator also uses a similar voice to that of Toby Longworth, who is often cited as the official voice of Warhammer 40k. Now, a big issue here is that this channel doesn't actually disclose their use of AI. Like, sure, it's fucking obvious to a lot of people, but to many more it's not obvious at all.
For one, Starscream, we agree.
The AI art looks pretty solid to the untrained eye, the voice is nice, and although I'm not going to waste my time listening to hours of AI what-ifs, the comments section and like to dislike ratio is very solid.
I beg your pardon?
And although I'm not going to waste my time listening to hours of AI what-ifs, meaning the actual script itself is probably okay. You gotta remember that there are 40k fans like us who love that shit and can smell a rat easily, but there's also a ton of people who find it cool and don't give a shit if it's AI or just can't even tell. At a fundamental level, there isn't something wrong with using AI. However, I dislike the channel's lack of AI disclosure, and I'm also a bit sketchy on them basing the voice off Toby Longworth without permission.
I do agree that there should be some disclosure if videos are using AI or not, and if they're intentionally lying, then they should be forced to have a permanent tag to be saying this is AI. But when it comes to the voice actors and all that, that's not an AI problem, that's a copyright problem. Most of this AI issue that people are complaining that somehow it's quote-unquote stealing is a copyright issue.
And this is a channel that should be banned. They started off similar to Warhammer Theorists, using only AI art for their thumbnails, the content, and so on. However, they have since transitioned into using actual art and actually pretty solid thumbnails that appear man-made. However, they do not credit the thumbnail artists, which in my opinion is a must-do if you're using other people's art as the poster for your video.
Don't care, still don't care. I don't care.
However, the biggest sin of this channel, and why it should not be allowed to continue, is because it has stolen Sir David Attenborough's voice. I get it, the voice is iconic, but David has literally said he finds people AI stealing his voice profoundly disturbing, and he objects to it. Have some fucking respect. The fuckhead obviously adds no credit to AI disclaimers. He doesn't even put in a video description. The videos are full of words being mispronounced, lore inaccuracies, and the like. This isn't like a conceptual thing. This is a fully fledged channel with paying members getting tons of views. Everything here could be somewhat forgivable other than the use of Attenborough's voice. Honestly, that deserves to be reported for that shit. It's genuinely using someone else without permission to achieve success.
Okay, he doesn't use the disclaimer that he isn't saying that it's AI. Fine, alright. Now at that point, then it's just about the channel being disingenuous. Oh, he doesn't credit the artist for the work. Well, that's up to the artist if they want to be credited or not. And by the way, what if the artist they got it from don't want to be credited? They want to be anonymous. We don't even know to immediately say, this should be the standard. I completely disagree with this. If the artist wants to be credited, they'll be credited. If the artist doesn't want to be credited, then why should the channel meet quote-unquote your standards to mention like, oh, this is the artist doesn't want to be mentioned. Who gives a fuck? That is up for the artist and the channel itself. You have nothing to dictate about. Then again, you could have just said, you know, I encourage and prefer if the artist either, you know, needs to be credited, or at least, you know, the channel mentions that, oh, the artist doesn't want to be credited here. That's not what's happening here with Majorkill. Majorkill is essentially like, oh, this con ain't doing this and he bad. Do you know what's the usual response if people are like that? They're just gonna say, fuck off. And for the voice actor, by the way, if he's that bothered that his voice is being used, okay, get a lawyer and sue him. Copyright him. Thank you. End of story. This is a copyright issue. And if you want the channel to be quote-unquote banned because he's using that voice, that can be copyrighted. He can be copyrighted struck. That's it. I have a feeling he's not a smart guy here. Like, even in the YouTube system, what is the whole point of, you know, if someone is plagiarizing as you or trying to grab your content for their own monetary benefit? Like, what's the whole point of that? You have a choice to copyright strike them or take down their video because you have either you didn't give permission or some other reason. There's a choice for that. There's copyright reason. We have systems set up for this, but Majorkill here doesn't even think about that, where he's like, maybe, like, even though AI, you know, is just a tool for its benefits, but what the real concern should be is copyright, because AI takes something that is copyrighted and turned into its own thing. Boom, there you go. Simple. But he doesn't even mention like other solutions or the reason why, you know, it could be in this situation. Doesn't mention that. Oh, also, what was that?
The videos are full of words being mispronounced, law inaccuracies and the like.
I beg your pardon?
Don't even talk about accuracy when the Pontius evidently clapped your cheeks up, down, left, right, where you can't even compete. Ah yes, the Majorkill's video, and all he does is just mock him and apparently got minor things wrong. Fuck off, you Melbourne inbred fucking retard that took steroids for a living. Did you also know that steroids make you way more older in the brain and also make you way dumber? Ooh. Oh, this all connects the dots, I'm just saying.
Now onto the third and final case study for today, Scholar's Law, who I will say is actually a genuinely okay example of an AI law channel in my opinion. Now I actually made a video about this channel nearly 2 years ago. That is because his channel was called Attenborough Law and used David Attenborough's voice. I made a video going over that briefly and called him out on it in a similar way to how I called out Imperial Iterator just then. Scholar Law actually got copyright struck for his stealing of David's voice and then rebranded his channel and created a new high quality voice to take over.
Oh my god. He just admitted what happened with his channel, which is exactly what I've been mentioning earlier in this video. Oh, what happened to the channel? Oh, he got copyrighted. Majorkill, are you literally that fucking dumb? So not only there's a channel that made some adjustments to make the fun concept just like any other channel that you just called out, he got copyrighted, smacked, and made some adjustments. Wow. You even said he's doing it because it's a fun concept to them. Okay, what about the other two channels, huh? What, did they just make things out of their ass? Or did they just thought they wanted to make some cool stuff? They thought they wanted to bring out some cool content for, you know, 40K and all that. Like Chris Tucker and fucking Horace interview. That's so funny, man. I think most of us would understand to a certain extent that some people will see these videos and will see them more as a fucking shitpost. Like, I don't think anybody will think, oh, Kratos actually met Omni-Man, and you just have a pure fucking AI photo of it. That shit's silly. So, not only you admit that this is the channel that they faced, and you calling the other two channels they should be banned, because they're not meeting your standards, but this channel can get away with because he's just a chill guy. Fuck you. Hey, by the way, there's some leftover steroids in the gym. I'm just saying, man. Go get them, Tiger. You troglodyte caveman crackhead looking ass. Guys, like, even though I'm just pretending to be edgy, but listen, these are just peptides. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Scholar's Law actually replied to that video and owned his mistake. It seems like he just sort of made the channel as a fun concept, it blew up, and then he got smacked for it. I'm someone who believes that you shouldn't be judged by your mistakes, but how you handle it. Someone who makes a small mistake, doesn't take accountability, refuses to grow or learn, and blames other people is a worse person in my eyes than someone who made a bigger mistake, apologized, learned from it, and became a better person.
Oh, just like you? in the Pontius video?
I despise Majorkill personally, not only as a lore YouTuber. The guy has backstabbed Arch Warhammer. Now, your opinion on Arch might be good or bad. It really doesn't matter in this case.
I'm telling you, D, I got a feeling that everything's gonna change, and we're gonna go.
Arch! Hey, Nellop.
Much of the success of Majorkill is owed to Arch Warhammer. Backstabbing the guy that made you famous makes you a very shitty person to begin with. He then did the same to Warhammer, accusing him of copying his content and videos, in a very stupid way because both of them talk about the same exact lore owned by Games Workshop. What should Warhammer talk about to not copy other lore YouTubers? Majorkill got so much backlash because of that he had to delete the video, because even his own community was calling him out.
Just like how you handled against Gamza and teamed up against Sigmoxes and raided his Discord server and throw fucking porn gifs and all other fucking SFW content. Because you just wanted to get back at him when Gamza back in the day was talking about his opinions that you didn't like about. Where's that owning that mistake? Ah, wait, yes. This mother thinks he's the top shit. He can quote-unquote own his mistakes that is universally agreed, aka he's what his audience likes and not him improving in general. Should we even talk about your Patreon that is nothing but Gooner shit? Or the female's custodian where you talked like a fucking simp and you just played along to get along and played nice with your audience, or you try to play both sides. Don't fucking talk about self-improvement when you can't even walk the walk. Fake Australian looking ass.
As a cheeky honourable mention, what about Lotara Law, a channel I accused of being AI some time ago due to their hectic plagiarism, mispronunciation of basic Warhammer terms, and the voice sounding like a generic AI British woman.
Okay, he mentioned this so many times now, I'll mention this now. Who gives a fuck about mispronunciations when it comes to the Warhammer names? It is still talking about the same character or any other Warhammer name, but apparently him and some Down syndrome kids care. I'm sorry, what is the correct pronunciation of this word, kids? Is it Abaddon or Abaddon?
But my name's Billy. It doesn't matter what your name is.
They are getting views and they are making money. Some are doing it in a scummy, parasitic way. Others are using AI as a companion tool in what I would say is a more fair, ethical way.
I beg your pardon?
Like you. Remember when you went against Gamza and gained views and subs for that? Curious. Nah, we shouldn't talk about that because apparently Majorkill crushed Gamza in his career. Sure, buddy.
Using AI so I could spend more time painting minis or jerking off or some shit.
Wow, a jerk-off joke, man. Mate, fucking funny, man. I laughed so much. I can see the stains on that jumper below because you got so excited and so hard to make that joke. Majorkill, more like minor slaughter. Oh, shit. My guy, I can literally form you into the Quasimodo in this bitch, and you will look no different. Like, this motherfucker thought this joke was so funny. Like, this guy thought it was so funny to bring that up. He made the whole squad laughing. Ha 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 ha. Me laughing now, Majorkill. I am laughing so hard. Oh yes, I really love you talking about the lore as an Australian. Let me just listen to the same lore for the 5th time already, but with a different accent. That is so much value you bring to the table, man. Wow. I too am an Australian. But apparently not, because I sound way too masculine when it comes to this country, so this man will just call the local authorities like, oh yeah, my police, this guy's too masculine, we need to put him in prison right now.
I'm not really too bothered though. I'm not a retard who put all my eggs in my YouTube basket. I've used my time here well and have numerous income streams and investments separate from YouTube. Even if the channel died tomorrow, I'm chilling. I just do this because it's fun and it's a great business opportunity while it's still trudging.
Ooh, shit. Ooh, okay. The irony of this comment. He wants to do fun, and yet he still makes the Pontius response video anyways. Yeah, man, you are definitely chilling. If you didn't give a shit about Pontius, you shouldn't have responded, but apparently bad press will hurt you. Mr. 692k subs looking motherfucker. Wait, what was that? Oh yes, because it's relevant to the topic, so he had to make it, of course. Oh yes, this small channel that made a popular video and spread across everybody that literally made the big lore channels shit themselves. What an absolute joke. If a small channel did that and it made certain big channels respond to the Pontius, then he's doing something right. You guys are fucked. Anyways, that is all for this video. That is all for Majorkill's video, really. So that is pretty much a fucking joke. Like, he just comes around and he thinks he knows what to talk about AI. Yeah, sure. AI ain't gonna take the business and all that. Oh, yeah, what a fucking surprise. Wow, Majorkill. Honestly, if he said yes, then I would have just bashed him for, oh, how ironic. So a channel like you that posts like lore every week and pretends that he works so hard about it, how fucking ironic. You probably deserve to be replaced. Well, that didn't happen, so that wouldn't work. But honestly, that video was fucking bad. But then again, there's the Pontius video that most people have seen it. And honestly, I just think I don't really need to cover it. I think most people know about this, so what the fuck am I meant to say? Yeah, Pontius, kill him! Kill him! What else I'm gonna say, man? Kill him! Obviously, it's a little bit shitposting, but you get what I mean. As enjoyable as it is, but at the same time, it's like honestly, proud of fucking Pontius, man. He's doing a good job. But keep this in mind. Pontius doesn't do this to call out just 40k channels in general. He's calling them out because they are not doing the job of what a 40k lore channel is. So he's got a different approach. For me, I'm just like, these motherfuckers are lying. I know what you are. That's just me. But anyways, you can check me out on my socials and my donations here. And thank you so much for watching. And I will see you on the next one. Goodbye, my brothers, and take care.
Rise up in the